My name is JJ Park, and I type as an ENFJ. One of the things that surprised me about this experience was, for one, just how much material was covered. I don't think the average person realizes how much you actually learn going on this journey. I'm going to go home, and I know because this experience here was so transforming for me, I'm going to stop a lot of things that I was on track with before. I still suffered a lot from imposter syndrome. I still suffered with my inner mean critic. I was a lot more anxious because I wanted to control my environment and just so that everything would work out smoothly for the benefit of everybody, really. And that was always my reasoning. But what I learned this week was that I can trust myself, and I understand myself so much better now. I just have this renewed confidence that I will be okay and that everything will work out fine. And I can really see, like, as crystal clear as black and white, how I was before. And I can't wait to go home and just implement the new changes and test this new me out. I feel like I'm now better at being more open-minded when I come across different people. I've always said that I love people in all different kinds, but I'm an ENFJ, and so I like to close loops and I like to make judgments, and I thought I knew my stuff, and I had a little bit of ego coming in here, and I really was confident that I could easily type anybody within a few minutes just by getting the vibe, that kind of thing. And this experience has really just blown any and all stereotypes that were in my head out of the water. So now I feel like I'm better. I'm going to definitely be better at profiling because I'm going to initially hold back that initial judgment, and I'm just going to be open to, when I say I want to meet people, I know that I'm going to be truly open to meeting them where they are at, and I'm interested in what they can share about themselves as I profile. I don't want to go in with any set expectations, and I don't want to be too quick to make judgments anymore. So I feel like I'm a lot more open-minded, and I'm definitely going to be a better profiler. I definitely have a better understanding of myself because I was fortunate that I chose to come at this particular week, and there was a record-breaking 5 ENFJs, me included, and I'm better at understanding the variety that exists among all of us as human beings. And so I really was expecting all of the other people who are my type to be somehow very similar, like very, very, yes, we'd be a little bit different, but I really thought we'd be very similar. I was really blown away by how individualistic we all were, each and every one of us. So that was just amazing for me to wrap my brain around that. Coming here, I knew I was going to learn a lot. I thought it was going to be, lots of learning, lots of fun, with Joel being an ENFP, and, I knew it was going to be fun, lots of laughter, and it was all of that. I was really surprised by the intensity of all the emotions, and that includes deep feeling emotions. I was surprised at how much I was moved to tears, and there were tears of joy too. So it was just amazing. And since I am a feeler, I was so grateful for it. And actually, I know for a fact that the thinkers were grateful for it too. So it's just such a well-rounded, just whole experience overall. It was wonderful. I think this experience is really great for anybody, really. I mean, any personality type who is interested in growth, because it's not just about learning your personality type or other people's personality type. It's about using the system of Myers-Briggs for personal growth. And I'm all about personal growth, and I just know anybody who embraces this, you will learn to have more empathy for other fellow human beings. And even yourself, you'll learn to understand people, forgive yourself, hold more space for the differences that we all have. I mean, it's so transforming. I really believe anybody and everybody can benefit from this program. Absolutely, 100%. I'm energized because of all the connections that I've made here, and I can speak as an extroverted feeler. I'm all about connecting with people, and when I'm able to talk and meet with people and find out their story, it really energizes me, and this whole entire experience has been energizing. I mean, just even starting with the Zoom meetings that we would have online, but culminating to this meeting in person experience, just absolutely energizing. And Joel himself is a mountain of energy, and he really imparts that with us. It's just joyful energy. It's just, you can't but walk away from this energized from this experience. The biggest insight that I had from this experience, and actually I've had quite a few insights. It's like, I like to journal, and I haven't had the time to journal, and it's going to be almost impossible to capture all my insights, right? I'll have to post-process this experience, but one of the biggest insights that I've had is just how marvelous we all are as human beings with our differences. And I don't ever want to stereotype or categorize people into a certain category. And I know Joel and Antonia are not about that at all, even though a lot of people often associate that with Myers-Briggs. But this whole experience teaches you how vastly different and individualistic we can be. And it's really getting emotional, but it's so beautiful. It's really so amazing and beautiful to see us as humans, to see our differences and to embrace it, and also to see our similarities and to be able to connect with others. The skills I'm taking from this event are, well, for sure, I'm going to be a much better profiler, absolutely. And I knew this program was meant for me because I was kind of passively profiling anything, everything, characters I would see on TV, just random, people, even strangers, just people watching and things like that. But the skills that I'm going to take away, I'm most proud of for this week is just, they really teach you to hone in on how to actively profile and be so much more accurate. I know I still have a road ahead of me. I'm going to have to practice my active profiling skills, and I can't wait to do that when I get home. But really, it's just amazing. They teach you specific things and a system of how to go about actively profiling to ensure that you're going to be as accurate as you can be. And that was just a game changer for me. Totally worth everything. One thing I've noticed about the people here is we all come, I think, to take away something for ourselves. And we all come to hopefully, leave having learned a lot of things. But I think people don't realize how much they give. And you don't realize it because we all come with our personalities, and we're just being us. And everybody's so interested in getting to know and study your personality type, no matter what it is, that you're actually sharing of yourself and giving. There's this giving energy here. And by the end of this week, we end up so bonded. Somebody said earlier today in our room that he found his peeps here, and he's one of the quietest personality types in our group. And it was just really, really touching and amazing to hear him share that. So that really kind of explains it. It's wonderful. I recommend it to everybody. I feel like I was able to connect with a part of myself on the inside, because I was, when you're able to juxtapose who you are and how you behave and how you make decisions with other people who have opposite types, personality types as yourself, as myself, I was able to connect with and really see clearly, I think, how I operate, how I work, and the things about me that make me anxious or insecure. Like, I was really able to see that. I'm more determined than ever to really work on those parts of me that need improvement. Watching live profiling sessions on stage was really quite a special experience. I got to see a really fantastic profiler in action, and I learned so much. I learned that I could be wrong. It was a very humbling experience. And not only did we get to see them in action, but then afterwards, the post-processing and going over how they formulated their end result, the type for that person, the profilee, that was really amazing. It really helped me to see how a really great profiler thinks, what they're looking for. There are specific things, there's cues, there's keywords, there's body language, there's so much, there's all of that, and it's integrated. And you're picking up on all that as your profile. It got me to see all of that, all the different components together in action. That was amazing. I can't describe to you the energy that you viscerally feel being in the room. It's like one-on-one you can feel someone else's energy, but when you have a room full of people who are into it, and you have an incredible person like Joel who has so much energy, and he's directing us and directing our energy, it is this unifying of our energies, and it's just amazing. You really have to witness it in person. If I had had this program when I was younger, I would have discovered who I was and been able to embrace who I was earlier. I never liked certain things about my personality and about myself. And this self-discovery process, which is one of the first things that happens when you're in this program, you really get to know who you are, as well as also it teaches you how to know other people. You get excited because the more you learn about yourself and your personality, the more thrilling it is. You end up being proud of who you are. You learn to embrace yourself. And had I that type of self-esteem and self-acceptance when I was younger, who knows what I would have done in my life.